It's Week 12 of the NFL. And up next, we're going to look at Damian Harris. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Bills and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Well, we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And shedding a man at the 40. And he's going to have a Bills first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, and open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
They hand this off to Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. but they can throw it too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Tackle by Avonte Maddox. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On play action, Allen. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. Carlos Basham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Allen looks to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
And again, it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing is Hurts. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's fielded at the 45. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. to the air. Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught at the 10. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full...
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive? on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 45 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Hurts to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. A big gain there for the Bills. 41 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Pushes past him. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking